Hello everyone, my name is Adam and you are watching Adam's Perspective on Data. In this video I will explain to you how you can connect Power BI and Logic App to call a Logic App workflow from Power BI report. I think it is very useful because you don't need to send a post request to Logic App, but you can use just a simple GET request at home. What I would like to do here is a simple report that is showing the sales orders. On the right, you can see the details of the sales orders with the sales order number and the customer. We want to create a button here called release order and create a link. By clicking on that link, it would call a workflow in the Logic App. So first, what we need to do is to create that label first. That is just a simple text with a release order in it. So I'm just creating release order is release order. Okay, here we can pull this to the chart, and we will need another measure that will have the action. Actually, the link. The link is not yet what we have. We will create it later. So far we are using just a link. Once we have the proper link, it will be a real link in the tool. The last thing that we need to set is that for the release order column, we want to have it as a web URL, so we can select the action measure here that is not working yet, but as soon as we have the proper link, it will work properly. We are mostly done with the Power BI part, so now let's switch to the Logic App piece. First of all, create this release order workflow with a stateful workflow. If I create it, I can see it in the list. Go to the designer. First of all, create a trigger that will be an HTTP trigger. I'm selecting this here. You can see that this is now empty. It will be available when we are saving the workflow first. I'm adding the response, and here we will have the info that will be the input from the HTTP request with the GET method. It's still empty, so I need to change the views, and if I'm going back to the designer, now I have this URL. If I copy it to the blank page, and if I start it, you can see that this is run successfully, and I can see the proper inputs in the workflow. You could notice that still we have everything static, so nothing dynamic added to the workflow. And here comes that small trick. With that we can do that. So for that, let's go back to the link, and at the end of the link, you can already see that there are a couple of parameters added. This is the thing that we will add, and we will add the new parameter called SO with the SO001. We go back and see that how the last round looks like. We can see in the outputs that okay, we have the queries and the SO number available. So if we go back to the designer and in the info, we can add the dynamic content that we should use the queries. We should reference the SO. We can save it, and if we move back to the original script and start it again, after a little bit of thinking, you will see that it's not only the info will show up, but we already have the proper SO number. So now we know how to add dynamic content to our GET request, and it's just we are at the last step to go back to Power BI and create the proper link for the Power BI action measure. Let's now just copy this link that we have used and go back to Power BI, go to the action, and replace the link with this one. The only thing that we need to change is to stop the link at the SO equals, and then the SO number will be dynamic. That is the selective value of the sales order on that line. You can now see that the link is available for each line. So if I'm selecting this SO3, you can see here that the info SO3 is available. That's it, guys. Basically, for the demo, we used the response to show the dynamic content for the GET query, but you can choose whether you are sending an email, a post notification, or just pushing to any systems or databases what dynamic content you need. So please use it. I think it's very useful. And if you are interested in more content, just visit my website adamsperspectiveondata.com. Cheers.